Having just managed to get the crew and equipment in the car before it started pouring down with rain, we made our way to the village. We actually got to the village before it started raining, and we got the usual greetings from the kids. We stepped outside and started looking for some locations, but before we knew it, it started raining here too. We had no other choice than hide under an umbrella and a tree with the kids and hope for the rain to stop. We quickly gave up on trying to stay dry, so instead of hiding under a tree, we started playing football with the kids in the rain. After just 10-15 minutes, the water was already over my ankles and it was a very silly game of football. Lots of kids joined in our games and the chief was standing on his balcony laughing loud as kids were sliding around in the water. After an hour of heavy rain, it finally stopped. But now we had a new problem: continuity. The day before, everything had been nice and dry. Now there was big puddles everywhere and water dripping from houses and trees. We went through our shot list to look at what close-ups and mids we could do quickly while the sun was drying up the place. We did a nice shot of Godfrey arriving at the village on his bike and greeting the chief. This drew the biggest crowd yet. But by now we were experts in crowd control and we got the shots done fairly quickly. We then walked around the village and got some more close-ups and mids of Godfrey greeting and interacting with villagers. And after a couple of hours, the sun had actually managed to dry up most of the place and we could get the drone out. We discreetly started up the drone behind one of the trucks and got some very nice shots of Godfrey walking around the village before a too big crowd gathered. It was now late in the day and at the final shot with the drone, Godfrey walked into the sunset. The crowd around Johnny was now so big that I was a little bit concerned for everyone's safety. But as the drone came down, the crowd dispersed very quickly. But as soon as he picked it up and turned it off, the crowd came back as quickly and Johnny was the hero of the day. Amazingly enough, we had managed to get all the shots we needed done in only 3 days. And before we left the village, we started handing out some football, toys and clothes we had brought from England. One of the older girls came over and asked if I had a ball for her netball team, and of course I gave her one. One of the smaller kids tried to nab it from her hands and he got a quick slap over the head. These girls were not going to let the boys take their ball. The next morning we said goodbye to John, Laston and Adrian. It had been 3 long, crazy days filming together, and it was a heartfelt goodbye to our new friends in Malawi. We had to stay a little bit longer and do a voiceover at the hotel with Godfrey and sort out his passport and give him some money so that he could go to Geneva in April for the screening. In the last episode of Rider, I talk about the post-production process and the screening in Geneva. I also took Godfrey shopping in Geneva and it was surely the coldest day of his life. Thank you for watching. Please share, like and comment below. Peace and love.